this is what we want. We want to build this, because there's so much new scholarship being done, especially around the King Philip's War.
Yeah.
So it's like, it seems like there's a new book coming out quite frequently, and we must have it.
I think that's an excellent.
It ties in nicely with Native American Month.
Yeah, I'm glad we could get it ready to go.
This got started with that ad hoc committee that you formed, and we were thinking of different things that we could do. And it, of course, being a librarian, it occurred to me that that we need more Native American history books, and what better place to start than in Warren? You know, which, because of the committee, we've learned so much about the history of Warren. And so this is kind of ground zero for the Pokanokets, for sure. But it's also, I'm hoping that it'll be books about the history of the Pokanokets, their culture, but then maybe about all the tribes in Rhode Island, and maybe even tribal history in New England, because there's so much great scholarship being done now in this area, and it's long overdue and well deserved. I feel a closeness with the Native Americans, and I think that this is something we have to do. You know, we'll start small and we'll grow big, and we'll get bigger. And I want George Hale to be known as the library that has one of the best collections of Native American books here. And then we'll take on the task of creating an Indigenous day, a real holiday for the Indigenous people. But I want them to have their own day. The Native Americans need their own day.
Yep.
Because, you know, I think with all the scholarship that's come out, we're pretty much changing the definition of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is not the day it used to be.
Right.
It's still Thanksgiving, but really it's more about football and food. And I think as time goes on, and certainly in the schools, I think there's going to be less and less discussion of how it started. I think we can have a National Day of Thanksgiving that doesn't include the wrong story. But I think we need to get away from from that traditional story of Indians and the Pilgrims sitting and being happy and eating wonderful things.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
But this is good. This is a good beginning, and so I'm very happy, and I'm happy with Robin that you guys are doing all the work. I had the easy part.
Each book,
Yep.
yes, has a special book plate that is a little bit different from the book plate we usually put in our books. And I tried to incorporate the George Hale logo that we usually use more for identification purposes than anything else, because when we send these books out to other libraries, we just want to make sure they get back to the right place. But then I also used the symbol that Dave, you and I had discussed as being sort of indicative of
For the Soames Heritage area.
Yes, the Soames Heritage area, and also the Native American Study, the American Indian Study
States
Committee.
Right.
That was established. And so I tried to incorporate those elements, and then I also noted that the collection was donated. And on the spine label, to help our patrons and staff identify the books, we reused the symbol of the coin to identify all of the books that are in the collection. So just try to keep it simple and accurate in terms of the information it provides to people, and we'll work on getting it out over our Facebook and our Instagram pages and our newsletter and things like that too, so to make sure that people are aware that it's available and ready to go out.
Right.
So yeah, we're very excited
Great.
to have it ready to go for people. So to the library, it's a wonderful collection.
And I hope that we can continue, as we find new books appropriate for this library, we can continue to grow it and add to it. Because Native American history tended to be an oral history, but now there's more and more that it's being written down, and we need to be aware of it.
Worked tremendously hard on helping me get all of this done as well. And we also have one of our patrons who volunteered, and she helped get all of the book plates and everything pasted in. So it wasn't just me. I had a lot of
Right.
help.
And
so I just wanted to
Chris
make
ordered
sure-
the books.
And Chris ordered the books. So this was definitely a group effort. But Diane and our patron were absolutely instrumental in getting these ready to go out as well. So,
Right.
yeah.
And please tell the staff that if they've ever come across something, if they ever see something in like a bookstore, or if you guys come across something, put it on the list. If it would work well with this collection.
Okay.
That'd be great.
That's great.
Because librarians, they're in the know.
That's right.
They know stuff.